I think his competitive spirit is so strong that he wanted to do it. He wanted to show people. I've never said anything bad about Bill Belichick. I know everybody tries to say I do. His record speaks for itself. He is probably the greatest one ever. But I think Brady wanted to try a different way. He said that on Inside the NFL. Boy, I found that incredibly interesting. Dominique, again, if we are here now sort of analyzing our feelings and all that kind of stuff, what'd you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, that is an expression of another version of sensitivity. That's part of what drives Tom Brady is being sensitive to the way that people viewed him and being sensitive to the way that people viewed his career. And part of coming down to Tampa Bay was kind of making that statement. We know Tom Brady's never said that, and maybe Tom Brady isn't, or obviously he's not completely motivated by showing Bill Belichick or winning without Bill Belichick. But I think we all be lying if we didn't acknowledge that it's part of it in his mind, and he's going to be happy to have that on his wall. As I went and did it without Bill, can he do the same?
What do you think, Troy, as you sort of watch this whole thing play out? We haven't had you through this whole season and everything else. What do you think of what Arians said and the Brady-Bill factor in all this?
Yeah, I mean, it means everything. The greatest players are sensitive, and you're sensitive because it matters to you. So imagine being tied to one person your entire career, and your greatness is tied together, and now you go your separate ways. You want to prove that you're better than your ex. You want to go out there and you want to go and show that you can get it done by yourself, and that's exactly what he was able to accomplish. And for him to do it in year one, it all played out that way, and it proves not necessarily that Bill Belichick isn't the greatest coach, because he is, but it also proves that Tom Brady is capable of being that leader that can elevate a different organization, which we would have never had if they didn't have that sensitive, fractured ego.
Graziano, jump on in here. What do you make of it?
Yeah, look, this is a lot of what we were saying a year ago when Tom Brady left, and a lot of what Brady was saying, too. I enjoyed my time in New England. It's time to try something different. And obviously, that's what worked out. You know, you don't want to obviously be labeled a, I guess to use the word of the day, sidekick to Bill Belichick in New England for all those years. So he's proven, obviously, if anyone had any doubts, that he was much more than that. But yeah, I think I think this is something, as Dominique said, you know, you can hang on your wall. I did this. I accomplished this. This was me. And now it's up to Belichick, as we've discussed earlier in previous weeks, to sort of show that he can win without Tom.
And then just a quick final thought, Dominique, because this came up on the show last week. Odell Beckham to the Buccaneers to play with Tom Brady. Like it or don't like it?
I mean, I love it from an entertainment standpoint and from us watching standpoint, but the more that I think about it, the most important thing for them to do is to protect that offensive line and that defensive line. They're going to be losing Sue. So if you get OBJ, that's fine. That's going to make that offense even more explosive. But that's not what this offense needs. I think Odell Beckham is much more useful in other places where they do not have a glut of weapons. They need to figure out how to bring Chris Godwin back and use whatever money they might be allotting for Odell Beckham to make sure that they replace Ndamukong Suh, because that's what won them the championship, that defense.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.